All right, dude, come on down. You get in the frame with me? You're so yoked. I don't even know. All right, guys. So I got my man Jack here. He's going to be my demo guy right now. It's just easier for me to show you this on somebody. And so a couple of things. Bicep tendon maybe irritation. That anterior delt may be sore. Could be rotator cuff related. Could just be some muscle soreness. Depends, right? Had a client that has done some injections, but doesn't really have the connector between doing injections, getting rest, and maybe had done some rehabilitation, but then going back into regular activities. And so there's a lot of things that we can do that just helps us move along the process and connects kind of that rehab state or injured state to full exercise state. So a couple of things. First, just some soft tissue work. So one thing here that I focus on is, Jack's going to turn towards the camera here, is I'm looking for this pec area here. Okay, so not down through here, but actually if you go and bring your arm up, Jack, like this, okay, I want him to get into the meat of this pec. How's that feel there, buddy? He did some chest yesterday. But right through here, okay? I like to use the bigger supernova ball. You could use a softball at home, okay? And he's going to do this actually up against the wall. So he's going to pinpoint that ball against the wall. And the reason I'm showing you here is because if I turn him around and face the wall like this, you ain't going to be able to see where he's going. But notice how he's going in this arc through here, okay? So it's going to look like here, if I'm on the wall, I'll put that ball right here, and then I'm working through. Notice how I'm going kind of up and back, up and down at an angle here through that pec. Okay, if I get into a little sticky spot, I can kind of hang out there. Now, I am inside the shoulder here, so I'm not on top of the shoulder. The next piece to this then is if you've got some bicep tendon pain there, you don't have to flex, buddy. It's cool. All right, so on that bicep tendon, first of all, you got a bursa right up here. So you don't want to poke the bear here and irritate a bursa. But we can get into the bicep tendon area and kind of work through that bicep. How you doing there, bud? Now, so what we can do there is also go against the wall there, but he's going to use a smaller ball typically, and he's going to put that guy right into this area on the wall. So again, on the wall, I'm going to pin that shoulder there and then work through that bicep tendon area. Okay, sometimes I'll even get on the lateral side of my delt on the outside here and work through those fibers as well. So those are two soft tissue pieces on the front side of the shoulder. Now I'm going to turn them around. So go ahead and flip around, Jack. Okay. So I know we worked on this shoulder before, but I'm going to use this one because it's closer to me. Next area we're looking for this infraspinatus area. Right through here, there should be a little tender spot. I just saw his face, and he's like, oh, man, what was that? Right. Yeah, so this little area gets neglected, okay? And what happens here is then that rotator cuff, you're tight back here, that rotator cuff struggles to slide and move and do all this work back here. I know I'm super scientific here, but this one is a little harder because you got to pin it against the wall this way. All right, man, watch out. So now I'm going to go on my back to the wall, and now I'm going to get in here, and I can work into that area. Once I find that really sticky spot, I can even bring my arm here, and what I like to do is go a little internal and external rotation on the shoulder, and that helps to kind of tack down the tissue and then work through that area. And then I can kind of go move it around, but I'm staying kind of below what we call the spine of that scapula there, okay? So there's the soft tissue work. Couple other pieces here is then an internal or external rotation stretch. So typically what I find with this type of issue is I have a limited internal rotation. So if I look here, you show you my right side, see how far my hand goes up, show you my left side. I've worked really hard on this, but you can see how much more limited my left side is. And that is what we're trying to work there. So I'm going to step out of the screen, show you guys one thing here. And I'm back. Okay. Now, so I use a PVC pipe, use a broomstick at home. The reason I'm trying to show you some of these things is just some simple stuff. Baseball or softball, okay? Broomstick, mop handle, something like that, right? Okay, but I'm going to do an internal rotation stretch. So I'm going to take my hand here. One hand is going to go over, okay? Almost like I'm going to pull a sword out. The other hand is going to go around and grab the stick. And now from here, I'm just going to try to lift that hand off the back. Okay, I can also climb a little bit more. I can just kind of find what angle I need to hit that stretch. Okay, you can do this without a stick as well. If you just start climbing your hand up your back and then really set your shoulders back there and hold that position, that's an internal rotation stretch. Why does this matter? Hey, just so you know, this is how you wipe your butt. Okay, if you can't get your hand around there like that, you're not going to be able to do that when you get old. Okay, so that internal rotation position. If the other way you can think about it is picking something up and putting it onto the counter. This action here is internal rotation of the shoulder. So as we do that, if that's tight or weak, we struggle with those functional movements in everyday life. So, Jack, thanks for helping me out today. I think that's it. If there's more information you want to know about this, hit me up. You can message us on any of our social media channels, comment on my YouTube stuff, and be happy to help. Thanks, guys.